What's up, people? LW Otterhead here today, and I'm making another video for this week. So the video is about how to install CV drive axle on a car. This goes for almost every car. You know, they will have one of those strange cars here and there that require a special tool or a special way of removing and installing the CV drive axle. But yeah, I'm just going to show you on my 2003 Honda Santa Fe, because I have to replace both CV axles. I already did the driver's side. Now I'm going to do the passenger side. I'm going to show you guys how to do the passenger side. But basically, guys, it's not that hard once you you know, watch a video like mine, follow the video, get the tools that you need, do a little bit of research, and have time on your hand to get it done. And it's really not that hard. So I'll go ahead, take you guys through the side that I have done. I'll talk about it, and then show you guys a little bit of the passenger side while I'm doing the passenger side. So yeah, so that's the video for today, and watch me at work as always. All right, so there's the car right here. I'm gonna take out the tire, driver's side, and show you guys what I have already done. I replaced this side already, so I'm just gonna take these nuts off the tire. Yeah, make sure you invest in an impact gun. Try to get your impact gun. Makes life a lot easier taking out the wheel. Alright guys, so yeah, so the CV axle is right here. I already did this one right here. This is a new axle, drive axle, goes into the transmission, and yeah, drives the wheel. Anyways, there's more to it than just that, but that's a whole nother video, or you guys can just research what it is really. But if you gotta replace this, it's usually right here. This is when it's usually leaking or the boot is torn, and then you gotta replace it to a new one. So I'll show you guys the one that was there before. So this is the one that was there before. As you can see right here, the boot is torn, and there's grease in here, and the grease leaked out. So once that happens, when you're driving, you'll start hearing clunks, and you will feel the bumps, and yeah, the steering might be feeling a little different and weird. So once that happens, and you know, check it out, you go underneath the car and see that this boot is ripped, then you're gonna need to replace it. Or this side could be the same symptoms, the same thing, or it could be leaking. When it's leaking, you don't really need to replace it right away, but you should start saving money to replace it. All right, here we go. So to take out the CV axle, right, this thing right here, this piece right here, you just have to take out the wheel, of course, the tire, of course. Then you got to take out the brake caliper, you got to take out the rotor. Then you got to take this out. This is the outer tie rod, and I'll show you guys how to install this, how to take this out and install it on the other side. But basically, you want to take out this stabilizer bar, stabilizer end link, I guess. Take this out, and then you want to knock out this control arm right here. This, you want to knock this out of the knuckle, control arm out of the knuckle. And then once you do that, you want to take out, so yeah, so once you take this right here, guys. So once you take this control arm out of the knuckle, of course you gotta loosen this bolt right there, and then you could just hit this down. You can hit the control arm down, or if you have, I think, pickle fork. If you have a pickle fork, it's a tool, guys. You look it up. Then you could knock this down with the pickle fork. It's a lot easier with the pickle fork. You can knock it down, but if you don't have it, you can just knock it down with a hammer. And you can actually use a strong hammer. You don't have to use a mallet. Using this mallet is just so you don't damage stuff, but it doesn't have as much power as like a regular hammer does. So you might want to use a regular hammer, like a 4-pound hammer, and knock this down out of it. Mine came out easily, so I didn't need to use the pickle fork, but I do have a pickle fork toolkit in my garage. Anyways, you want to knock that down. Take out the bolts, knock that down. Once you do, you can twist the whole knuckle, and like I said, take this bolt out and then hit this. This is the side that I actually gotta do, so that's why I'm back on this side. But you want to hit this back, and then it's gonna come out. If it doesn't come out, use PB blaster around it, and then keep hitting it out. It's gonna come out. And then once that happens, see right here, this is the passenger side that I haven't done yet. So there's a bracket right here that I might need to take out. This bracket, if you guys can see it, but there's a bracket right there with the bolt right there. Take out, because I need to pour a pry bar underneath there and pry this axle out. So this is how you would do it. So if I need to take that bracket out, I might take it out. If I don't, I won't. But I'll try to pry it out with the bracket there. If it's giving me a hard time, then I might have to take it out of the way to give me more prying space. But basically, you want to pry that out first, and then, because after you take this out, you pull this is going to be out of the knuckle, and then you can pry that out. You get this out of the way, this with the struts and springs out of the way, and then you want to hit that out of the transmission with the pry bar. So you want to just push it out with the pry bar, and it's going to come out. Pry it underneath there, and it's going to come out easily. If it gives you a hard time, you can keep at it, or you might need a slide hammer and something, you know, just to take it out. And I'm gonna show you that thing. Well, that's basically what I did. I hit it right here, and it came out, guys. All right, so this is the slide hammer, and this is the little fork thing. It's a tool you could, I guess, eBay or Amazon, you can look for it. It's just called, I searched the name axle remover, and this to show this tool. So just from this video, you can look at the tool and use it with the slide hammer, and then put it right there where my finger was, to where you gotta pry it. And then, you know, the slide hammer, you use it like this. It goes like that, and see it's pulling out. Once you're doing that, it's pulling it back, and that's how you would take it out. But I'm not going to use this tool. The passenger side one looks different from the driver side one, because it has this end right here. This end, this does not really go in the transmission completely. So it has this one that goes in another part that goes in the transmission. So it's like a half link, I guess, a short portion of it. Where my flashlight is, that's the end piece right there. So then it has this extending part goes into the transmission. So this part goes into the transmission. Oh, that just might be the whole part of the transmission. I'm not sure, but it's not long like the driver's side. It's not like that end is not like the driver's side. So basically, yeah, that's what I'm going to show you guys after I take all this out of the way. All right, it's getting dark, so I got to bring out my lights. This splash shield for the caliper has to come out, only because we got to get to this bolt underneath here for the control arm. So I got to take this out with a 10mm. It's a 10mm wrench. So yeah, you just want to use the plier to take this off. So you just want to squeeze it, like you want to squeeze it and squeeze it until you close it up like that, and then you want to close it even more, and then you want to just knock it down like that, and it comes out. That's how you get that out. Then you could get this out. This is a 32 millimeter socket. Most of the time they are 32. This one is a 32. Make sure it's going the right way. This might not be as strong as an impact gun, so if this doesn't work, I'll use my air gun, my air impact with my air tank. So I'm just gonna alright guys, it's coming up. Alright, as you can see, it came out. This impact gun is not as strong, but it still got it out. Yeah, you can use an impact. Just don't use an impact putting it back. Use an impact taking it off. Alright, and make sure you keep track of this. Put this back. When you put in it back, make sure this is back there. Alright, so once that's happened, now you have to take this off. Alright, now you have to take this off. You can either take your control arm off, or you could take this off. It doesn't really matter either way. This also has a cattle pin right here. Same way you took this one off, same way you take this off. You squeeze them together, you just knock it out. It comes out easy. And then I'm gonna need to take this link off too, so this thing can pivot more. And I'm replacing these. I don't know if you guys noticed, but on the other side I replaced it. So I'm replacing these too, because this car has a lot of mileage. It has 187,000 mileage. Alright guys, so welcome back to taking out the draft axle. I took all this crap out that was here. You can watch my other video on how to take, inner tie rod out and the outer tie rod and the stabilizer end link. You can watch my video on how to do that. But this video is just about drive axle, which is this thing right here. Like I said, I already did the other side, and I'm doing the passenger side, front passenger side. Alright, so now you want to take out this control arm, lower control arm, out of the knuckle, and it just comes out from unscrewing this bolt. And the nut on this bolt is 17 millimeter. You can use a wrench to take it out, or you can use a socket with a ratchet to take it off. Or if you want to go a little faster, you can use an air impact gun. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use an air impact gun to take it out, because it's about to rain. This is Sunday 2020 after Halloween. It's about to rain and I don't have much time to be out here. So to take this off, all you got to do, you can just use the air impact gun and it'll come off. Or if you're using these wrenches, you hold it on one end. There's another nut right here on the opposite end, right there. So you want to hold it on this end with one wrench, and then you use another wrench to take out that bolt right there. So you could do that if you're using wrenches. Using the air gun, I think you can just blast it out of there with the air gun, or whatever impact gun you're using. Battery impact gun, electric impact gun. I'm using the air one because I don't have those. I have a battery one, but I don't think it's strong enough to take this bolt out. So use the air one. Air one is way stronger impact gun. So, but I'm gonna just blast this out of here. So goes like that, and it's already, make sure it's in the reverse. See guys, so it's coming out now. Alright guys, so I did needed to use wrench on the other side, because if you don't, then it's just gonna keep spinning and it's not gonna come out. So once you do that, this is the nut. When I used the wrench on the other side, this nut just fell off with the wrench while I was using the air gun. So this nut just fell off. So now it's loose. All I gotta do, pretty much, as you can see here, the nut is not there. You just push it out. So pretty much all I did was push that nut this way, opposite side, and it just comes out. It's not fully out yet, so all you gotta do is get a pry bar. If you have a pry bar, you can pry it down. You just pry it down, control arm down out of it. You could do that, or you could knock it down. It don't really matter. Watch this caliper, because if it falls, then this line is gonna keep stressing and I might damage this line. So I gotta watch this caliper. But anyways, on the other side, I took this out. I took the lower control arm out, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I also have a pickle fork that I could use if it comes to it. So I got this pickle fork set. You just screw this on here, you know, get the right size, and screw this on here like this. I'm not gonna screw all the way, but you get the point. And then you want to come in here like that, and then you want to hit this end right here with a hammer, and it's gonna take it out like that, right? So I could do it that way too if I really wanted to take it out quicker. I guess I'm gonna, oh, there you go, it came out, so I didn't even have to do that. So you can see here, actually came out. So the control arm is pretty much out. I could use a pry bar to make it a lot more out if I really wanted to. But that's it, guys. So that's how you would take that out. Just keep prying it, and the whole thing is gonna come out. And keep lifting it up, and it's gonna come out of this. So that's how you would do that. Once you take that out, you can move this whole thing a lot freely, and you're gonna hit this out. You gotta hit this out first before you take it out at the other end. Alright guys, it's pretty much about to rain, so I gotta hurry up with this. Anyway, so I moved the caliper back here and just put it on this stabilizer bar and the control arm. And actually I just pushed the control arm down and it came out of the knuckle, so it was pretty easy. Now I'm gonna knock this out with the mallet. So this way you wanna just hit it like that. It's pretty much gonna come out, and then you want to just pull it out. You want to pull it out, so it's already coming out. What you want to do is use a pry bar too, again, and try to pull it out like that, and it comes out, guys. So right now it's gonna seem like it's hard, but it comes out. And once it comes out, that's it. So I'm gonna do that and take it out because I need before my hands, as I always say. And then I'll show you guys. All right, guys. So it's out basically. I took it out. As you can see in here, it's all the way out. So I use this punch right here to take it out the rest of the way with the hammer, the mallet. Take it out. So now it's all the way out. The rest of the way. Alright, so this is it. And now next step is to use a pry bar to knock that side out of the little piece. And once that comes out, you can just pull this whole thing out and replace it. There's gonna be some oil. I have this drain pan because some oil is gonna spill out. The other side, as you can see the mark, I forgot to put the drain pan underneath. For you guys, I'm just showing you guys how to take out the drive axle, and then putting it back, like I always say, it's the same thing. Show you guys how I pry that out, and then wrap this video up. So I'm gonna get underneath here and try to pry this out, and then end the video. Like I said already, if you have a jack, you might want to jack up the car a little more up. a lot higher, because you're gonna get underneath there and you're gonna grab the pry bar like this, or you might want to have like that, like these. So you want to have different kind of pry bars, because especially this one worked for me on the other side. So you want to have something like this. This is big and it's able to, you know, give you more power to take it out, to pry the whole axle out of the transmission or whatever is in over there. So that's what you want to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jack up the car up more, get underneath, push that oil pan back. I got a blanket right here I'm going to lay on, and I got my light too. There's my snap-on light. Alright, I don't know where I put my snap-on light, guys, but it's somewhere here. Oh, here it is. So for my snap-on light, and then I should be able to pry it out like I did on the other side. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and once I do that, I'll show you guys, like I said, and wrap things up. It's raining. Alright guys, make sure you got eye protection when you're going underneath the car, because there's a lot of debris underneath there. You don't want to go blind, guys, or you don't want to have to go to the hospital to take out something out of your eyes. And make sure you get your flashlight too. The flashlight, I gotta grab my flashlight. Alright. And what we want to do is right here. That's it. Yeah, right there. So that's it. So we're gonna where my flashlight is, guys. Right there. We want to pry out from right here if we can. Yeah, from right here. We want to pry out from there if we can. It's not that much space, so I'm gonna try to pry out from there. Of course, I can't show you guys with the camera, but once I do, I will show you guys. You know, I'll let you guys know that I did it. But with this camera, I can't really do it while holding the camera, but I'm gonna try to do it as best as I can. Alright guys, so I took it out, guys. As you can see, it just fell out. Yeah, so I ended up using this flat pry bar. That's what I said. Make sure you got, like, this is a Pittsburgh pry bar, guys. So like I said, just make sure you got different sorts of pry bars. So pretty much all I did was I went underneath here and I keep prying it out like that. Like, keep prying it out like this, like that, with the little sharp end. I found the little groove in there, and I went like that, and it just popped out, and that was it. And that's how I popped it out. On this car, it doesn't have that much space for the openings for you to pry it out, so you gotta use like something like this, skinny, like this. I got the big one that I was gonna use, the big chunky one. I actually use this big chunky one on the other side, because the other side has a little more space. But because of this bracket right there, where is that? This bracket in the way? What is it? Oh yeah, this one. That one in the way, so there's not that much space underneath here. So you gotta use something with a Sharpie point, and then pry out. And this is not there. So this is it right here. So it's not like tightly there. If you pry it out a little bit, it will come out. It's not like tightly there. All right, it's not like super tight there. It's just this snap ring on. I can't really show you guys, but this snap ring on this end that it goes in. It's a little snap ring around it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a black snap ring, and that it's what this thing clips on. So this clips in here. So if it's not there super tight, so you can just pry it. Once you get in there, the groove with this like that, and you pry it out like that, it comes off. Alright guys, so you don't need special way to put this back. You just screw it back on. This is the new one, so you just screw it back on, put it back in the knuckle, put the nut back. That's big ass nut. You can look for the torque spec. I don't torque it, to tell you the truth. This car has high mileage. Just use my breaker bar and tighten it up as tight as I can. That's how I do it. Same thing with the inner tie rod. When I'm putting it back, I just tighten it up. I'm not going to torque it just because torquing it is safer and it's better if you do, but because this is not a car that I'm going to be racing with or I'm going to be driving all the time, and this car has high mileage, I'm not really worrying about it. So as long as it's tight, you will be fine. You know what I mean? Nothing really looses on you when you tighten it as hard as you can. Make sure it's tight hard as you can. That's why I use the breaker bar. I'm gonna put this back. Make sure, like I said, you have the snap ring. Make sure you got the snap ring in there. Make sure you can feel the snap ring. And you want to put grease around the snap ring so it stays in place too. Because yeah, you know, when you put it in the back, it just makes it a lot easier. So you want to put grease around it, guys. So that's that. Grease is there. So that should be good. But putting it back the same way you take it off, it's actually easy. It's actually easy putting stuff back than it is taking it off. So once you take it off, you'll know. Working with cars, once you take things off, you know how to go back. Alright guys, I'm putting the new one in there. So basically you just want to put it in there straight, turn it a little, wiggle it so it goes in straight, and then you just want to grab your mallet and then hit it right here and push it in. So that's pretty much it. I wasn't going to show you guys how to do this, but like I said, like I always say, same way you take it out, the same way you put it in, but you just got to hit this back in, put it in straight, and then hit it right here, and you will hear a click. And like I said, that's the snap ring. You will hear like a click, and you will see that it was, make sure it goes all the way back. So make sure you look in there and it's all the way back, you know, like it was. So that's pretty much how you will put this back, and then put it back in the knuckle, twist it like this, and then put it back in there and pull everything back. Set the knuckle down on the control arm, put the bolts in, put everything back. And that's what I'm gonna do to put everything back. It's raining right now, so I'm gonna do this, hurry up and do this. Alright guys, it's all back now. Put it back. Yeah, so you put in the back, you just want to make sure you got a glove on, and you wiggle it up and down and pushing it in, wiggling it and pushing it. It's a little bit tough. It took me like 5 minutes to put this back, but you want to make sure it goes all the way back, like all the way. You look in there and make sure the piece is all the way back, and then you want to hit it a little bit just to make sure. Hit it with this from here. This was not at the point, this was not in the knuckle. I just put it in the knuckle and pretty much just bent this and then put it in the knuckle and wiggle it. It's a lot of wiggling, guys, so you have to wiggle things around and put this back in, and then put this on there. This is not all the way on there, but I'm gonna make sure it's on there. Gotta wiggle it a little more for it to go in there like that. You know, you just gotta wiggle. Now it's in there, so now it's all the way in there. Put the bolt in there, and now it's a brand new CV axle in there, drive axle. So this job will probably cost you 500 or 600. I'm just guessing, guys, so don't take my word for it 100%. I'm just guessing, but it will cost you a lot. This, like I said, I bought this from my job. This is the hard part, I would say, this part, and maybe that part right there, put in that inner tie rod in, but it's pretty easy. I explained that in my other video, so make sure you watch that other video. But same way you take it out, same way you put that back in there. Same thing with the axle. You put it in, you use the tool that I showed you in the video, and you tighten it up with the tool and the breaker bar or the ratchet, you know, you tighten it up with that. But yeah, doing this job, as long as you have patience, you believe in yourself. Make sure you believe in yourself. If you are a yourself person, you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta have dedication, passion for what you do, and you're gonna get it done. So that's all I have to say, and yep, that's it. Thank you for watching LW Autohead. If you have any question, like, share, comment, subscribe. Out with the old and with the new, like Chris Fix says. And guys, wrap it up. It's raining, so take care, guys. Till next time, see ya. Like, comment, subscribe to my video. I'll keep doing more as much as I can. I do work, I do got other stuff I gotta do, but I'll keep bringing you guys videos as much as I can. Till next time.